Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about eyeballs. Who thought that eyeballs were related to sleep disordered breathing, airway, or malocclusion? You maybe didn't, but I'm going to tell you a little bit more. So when a patient walks in the room, or you just see a patient in the waiting room, or you just see someone walking down the road that's a kiddo, there's a lot of signs that you can see about malocclusion or airway. Of course, some might just be transient. It might just be a sleepy day. They didn't get a lot of sleep. They were, up all night. They're sick. They have allergies. But if you're consistently seeing these things happening, then it's a sign of an airway issue or potential malocclusion without even looking in the patient's mouth. And I'm terrible about this. I'll see friends of mine's kids on Facebook and I'm like, oh man, I see stuff. And then I see a picture again. Oh no, I see stuff. I maybe never met this kid in person, but I see signs that there's a sleep disordered breathing issue. And I'm the one that will tell them, hey, little quick DM, have your kiddo been to an orthodontist in your state? You definitely want to send your kiddo to an orthodontist. Let's get them checked. Make sure it's an airway orthodontist. Here's some signs that you have an airway orthodontist, not just any orthodontist, or an airway pediatric dentist. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about the 3 signs, and I did my best to find some stock images that kind of represented these, but they may not be the best. So the first 2 I kind of represented in the lower photo, which is going to be your venous pooling, which is a pretty good example of this, just kind of dark under eye circles, red, puffy, or allergic shiny eyes, okay? So those 2 can be signs of allergies, congestion in the nose, which can increase blood flow in the area. The darkness is caused by pooling of the blood in the veins as it drains at the tight spaces under the eyes. It can be compounded when the midface is not fully developed. That means if you have a small SNA, it's going to look worse. So patients that have a retrognathic maxilla or just both retrognathic jaws, they're just underdeveloped due to lack of proper dietary, breastfeeding, things like that, soft diet, processed diet, just basic American diet can cause, quite often the jaws are retrognathic. So those are signs of that. And then in the top photo, I did my best to get you an example of sclera show. Although usually with sclera show, you do see the look kind of almost like a droopy eye, like the sides are more downturned. These are more almond shaped, so it's not the best example, but you're gonna see a lot of whites under the eye. And obviously patients can open their eyeballs really big. Obviously you've got like Graves' disease and other illnesses that can make a lot of sclera show, but regular sclera show in a healthy patient is a sign of lack of midface development or just lack of jaw development in general and having a small airway or possible SDB, because it means that if the jaw didn't grow forward enough, it's not forward enough to support the orbits. So just something to keep in mind. All right, not to freak you out, but I'd be interested if there's any optometrist or ophthalmologist following this to give me feedback. All right, thanks.